Chapter 23, Part 1, of Volume 3 of A Popular History of France from the Earliest Times. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Morgan Scorpion. Volume 3 of A Popular History of France from the Earliest Times, by François Guizot. Translated by Robert Black. Chapter 23, The 100 Years' War, Charles VI and the Dukes of Burgundy, Part 1. Sully, in his memoir, characterizes the reign of Charles VI as "that reign so pregnant of sinister events, the grave of good laws and good morals in France." There is no exaggeration in these words. The 16th century, with its St. Bartholomew and the League, the 18th with its Reign of Terror, and the 19th with its Commune of Paris, contain scarcely any events so sinister as those of which France was, in the reign of Charles VI, from 1380 to 1422, the theatre and the victim. Scarcely was Charles V laid on his bier when it was seen what a loss he was and would be to his kingdom. Discord arose in the king's own family. In order to shorten the ever critical period of minority, Charles V had fixed the king's majority at the age of 14. His son Charles VI was not yet 12, and so had 2 years to remain under the guardianship of his 4 uncles, the Dukes of Anjou, Berry, Burgundy, and Bourbon. But the last being only a maternal uncle and a less puissant prince than his paternal uncles, it was between the other 3 that the strife began for temporary possession of the kingly power. Though very unequal in talent and in force of character, they were all 3 ambitious and jealous. The eldest, the Duke of Anjou, who was energetic, despotic, and stubborn, aspired to dominion in France for the sake of making French influence subserve the conquest of the kingdom of Naples, the object of his ambition. The Duke of Berry was a mediocre, restless, prodigal, and grasping prince. The Duke of Burgundy, Philippe the Bold, the most able and the most powerful of the 3, had been the favourite, first of his father, King John, and then of his brother, Charles V, who had confidence in him and readily adopted his counsels. His marriage in 1369 with the heiress to the Countship of Flanders had been vigorously opposed by the Count of Flanders, the young princess's father, and by the Flemish communes, ever more friendly to England than to France. But the old Countess of Flanders, Marguerite of France, vexed at
Sample complete. Ready to continue?